Hello, I am back. Yes, another video, finally. Thank you guys for being patient. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Kaidan if you're new here. Quick update on everything, then we're gonna get into today's video. I finally heard word. This engine is going into the 944 very soon. The kit is on the way, so thank you, Boost Brothers Garage. I don't know if he watches these videos, but big shout out to Mike and them for getting all that sorted. And yeah, it's gonna be good. So there's 944 content coming finally in the future. It's coming very soon, I promise, so stay tuned. If you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. But yeah, this engine will finally be out of here, which means that we can finally work on the Mustang again. Very excited about that. It's been sitting for a long time. And as for me, still in school, uploading as often as I can. Fluid mechanics just doesn't mess around. It's a really challenging class. I got a 56% on the first midterm, and then it got curved, and so I got an 81%. So that should give you guys an idea. Challenging course, but I honestly think that that's the most challenging course this term. The other one's not too bad. I want to continue where I left off with the Protege though, because in the last video, we made the amplifier enclosure box. So if you haven't watched that video, you might want to go watch it. If you don't care, just keep watching this video, it doesn't really matter. But we made the amp box that's gonna go in the trunk of the car. So now we have to run all the wires to the box, but I think I'm actually gonna start by doing the wire tuck with the box itself, and then we'll move over to the car, mostly because it's pouring rain outside, and I don't feel like sitting there getting my legs wet trying to tuck wires underneath the side panels. We'll do that on a sunny day. But today is the perfect day to just chill in the garage, get some wire tucking done, make things look pretty nice, have a pretty cool plan. So let's get it back out here on the table, and I'll show you guys what we're working on. So to those that didn't see it or just don't remember, or I don't know, in the last episode, we built this thing. It's basically just gonna hold the amplifiers in the trunk of the car. It's gonna be flipped over so you won't see any of the amplifiers, just like a nice fabric covered box. And if you remember in the last episode, I had these little gray plugs for the square tubing that I used because they came from the desk, but I couldn't find the fourth one. I could have sworn I had 4, I could only find 3. So I went ahead and I bought some new ones. Hopefully these fit a little bit better. So I'm gonna start with this because this looks like a wiring nightmare, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it yet. So I'm gonna think on it while I try to figure out how to cram these little feet into the tubing, and then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Ow, ow. No. Oh, maybe? Are they too big? I can't even tell. Oh, I think they're right. Look at that. Fits perfectly.
In hindsight, I would probably recommend using a rubber mallet for this. As you can see, I scuffed the bottom of the feet. I'm not really sure why I had to beat them like a troglodyte with a screwdriver.
Okay, so I'm realizing that I made a mistake here. As you can see, these wiring kits are rated for 600 watts. And while that will work perfectly for my speaker amplifier, that's a 520 watt amplifier, it's not gonna do it for the Scar Audio one. This is a 1200 watt amplifier. This little fuse is not gonna be big enough. Unfortunately, I bought 2 of these and I just opened both of them. Luckily, they're cheap. I'm just gonna hold on to it in case I need extra wire for some other project. It's not all bad. I do have some extra 4-gauge wire that I can use for this, but I had to go ahead and buy a bigger fuse. I was looking at this like, oh, that's gonna look sweet with my 2 fuses and all this. Yeah, in a perfect world, right? Not gonna happen, but we can at least get an idea of how this is gonna go. So I don't know exactly where the holes are gonna go, but the idea is we're gonna drill holes coming out on the sides here. I want to leave this face back here completely untouched, so that way if you look into the trunk, you won't see any wires. The wires will be coming out the sides, so we're gonna have our RCA cables coming in on the sides over here, and then our grounds are gonna come out the back, and then our power will come in on this side and route through this space. And then if we come down here to the middle, you can see that we have pointed our power inlets for both amplifiers towards each other. Maybe I don't have to go to this extreme to make it look nice because it's going to be upside down, but just knowing that it's there and knowing that it's ugly is enough reason for me to go ahead and want to do this, and I need the practice anyway.
Start it up.
So we made it to the 1 a.m. mark. However, we got everything wired up. I don't think I actually said anywhere in the video that the time lapse was going over the course of 2 days, but Amazon next day delivery had me covered with this 100 amp fuse, so we've got that installed now. The only thing that I don't have is some self-tapping screws that are small enough to fit in the holes on these, so the fuses aren't bolted down yet, but other than that, every single wire is exactly where it needs to be. Right now, I have the remote wire running out where the grounds go, but I think I might actually reroute it just to come out over here because this long spool of wire that's like kind of zip tied together, most of that is going to the front of the car. And then the speaker wire, I need to cut it to length. I'll determine these lengths and put the wire ferrules on the end of them once we have this kind of mocked up in place. But it's pretty late at night, so I'm gonna call this one here. I'll probably update you guys once we're installing this in the car. I'm probably just gonna wait until the next sunny day because I don't want to do it in the rain. I don't know when I'll pick up the camera again next, but it'll be very soon.
2 days later.
Well, it was a beautiful day a couple hours ago, and of course now that I'm home, it's overcast. For the last hour or so, it's been dumping rain. I'm kind of getting fed up with the weather thing, so I think while we have a break in the rain real quick, I'm gonna try to get the amp box into the car, and then if I have to do some wiring, hopefully I can just hide in the car if it starts raining again, but I'm really trying to get this project finished. It's starting to get on my nerves. I also got the last couple screws that I need, so I'm gonna go ahead and just tighten these down really quick so that way this is all sound. And then I also decided that I don't really like the route of the remote wire going out the back. I want this one to also go with the wires that are going to the head unit. I honestly don't really know why I routed it like that. So I'm gonna cut those zip ties and just reroute that wire real quick. And then once I do those, then I'll go ahead and cram it in the car.
What are you gonna do? Track your video back to me?
Yeah, exactly. You're a dead end. You're already a ghost.
Yeah, good
man.
luck finding me on the internet.
So boys, this is my friend Grant. If you've watched any of my electrical content where I'm doing like custom wiring for the Mustang, it's probably been run through his brain before I said anything on the channel because I don't know what I'm talking about. He's the electrical engineer.
Yeah, I've taken classes for this shit.
Yeah, I'm just, you know, stress equals force divided by area. That's my whole degree. Anyway, I didn't record it because it was getting kind of redundant and you guys get the idea, but we got this wire rerouted as well as these bolted in, so all the fuses are in there perfectly. I put one more little clamp so that way that won't wiggle. All these wires are nice. There's not going to be any vibration, I don't think. And I also routed the remote wire through this harness and I managed to slip it through the zip ties, so everything should be relatively easy to get where it needs to go. So now we're just going to cram this in the trunk. I'm going to have you hold the camera, if you don't mind. Basically, you just spin this thing to zoom. And
I'll do my best.
Yeah, just go
You're
ham.
gonna get a bunch of unusable footage.
No, it's fine. Yeah, these wires are too long as well. Oh, what are you doing? Chill, bro.
Chill, bro, chill. How heavy is that?
Not very.
Okay.
A little bit, but it's also, there's just a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I would say for what it is, it's not too bad. Yeah, you know, just a few things. For any of you Mustang people, someone please buy this cold air intake. I had a buyer for it, and then, yeah, he just disappeared. Like, he just ghosted me, and I drove up to Portland, and he was not there. Very frustrating, so the price is up, but DM me if you want that. It's just a BBK cold air intake. Please, buy it. Valve cover, anyone? I hope this box fits. I really should have measured before I built it. So the grounds will go back there, somewhere. Ah, perfect. And then we'll just wrap this around the steering wheel. That'll generate the power.
You can use it as like reins to drive from back here.
Have you seen that meme? It's like, why do you need two motorcycles? And it's like the dude built a chariot.
The chariot
Yeah,
motorcycle
the chariot
race.
motorcycle race, yeah.
I think that would be so fun.
Yeah, seriously.
Sketchish.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can say bad words. We're past the 30-second.
We're past the 30 seconds.
Yeah.
We're in the swearing territory.
Yeah, this is like a
We're in the
PG
Wild West.
I would say this channel is slightly above PG-13 because they've probably heard me say fuck a few times.
You only get one per movie to remain at PG-13.
Oh, okay, then we're definitely beyond PG. We're like PG-17. Wait, that's just rated R.
NC-17's pornos, Kaidan.
There's no titties here though. This is
Unfortunately.
yeah.
All we got is cars.
Yeah. I'm kind of thick though. This whole thing needs to go to the front of the car. So,
Well, what you could do, you could drill a hole in the window right here.
Yeah, in the window.
And then just run it outside and back in right here.
Oh my god.
I got it.
Like, see, the thing is, this car is tiny. I think it's a
You
little
found
bit.
a lot of cable
Yeah,
there.
it's a little bit misleading because it's a wagon, or it's not even really a wagon. It's like somewhere between a wagon and a hatch. So like volumetrically, it seems like it's kind of big, but like this wire is just like, dude,
It's longer than the whole car.
yeah, this car is like, it's tiny, dude.
Or you could hook it up to the car in front of you.
Pull up to people at a stoplight and be like, yo, bro, hook me up. I already pulled the door panels out of there because I was trying to get an idea of where I could route the wires. And what I found about this car is that it's literally made of Legos. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a car that was this easy to just rip apart. Oh, they actually like go up? That's kind of sweet. I didn't know
Like
that.
they're still on rails and stuff
dude.
there?
We're rich.
Money.
Yeah, because I guess you can put the seats down to like make more space in the trunk.
Just watching you struggle to get the wire. Gonna be all tangled up now.
I zip tied them so this wouldn't happen. I could do this the proper way, or I could do it the lazy way. I'm starting to feel like maybe I should just do the lazy way. Do you want me to remove that thing?
Maybe helpful.
Here, scoot.
Let me set this down.
You guys need to see this.
Oh, it's on little hooks now.
Yeah, it has little ropes. I was thinking about going down in this hole, but then this wouldn't be able to be in its spot, and I kind of don't want to do that. So what I'm thinking is I'm actually just going to run it down under the seat right here. I can get under the carpet in this spot. And then I believe... I shouldn't have wedged that. Yeah, so that metal doesn't move. This can rotate freely, so I won't pinch the wire at all. I think I'm actually going to route this wire back under like that. Yes. That's going to look fantastic. This one's for? Those are the speaker wires that go to the box. And they're labeled. I remembered to label them. Nothing to see here. I think this is all of it, yeah. So this is
Learning
just gonna
how
go.
to hide cocaine in your floorboards.
Oh, dude, there's no room in this car. Like, this would be a terrible smuggling. Oh, nice. Look at that. I can just tuck all this right up under the carpet. That's beautiful.
And pretend it does not exist.
Yeah. You might be roasting me for having a bunch of junk in my car, but guess what? You know anybody else that just has a bag of zip ties laying around? Like, damn, talk trash all you want. You hungry? Got some like week old McDonald's in there too. I always feel like this is a hard thing to show on YouTube videos, but it's really self-explanatory. It's just like wire. If you see here, I have this little Bluetooth to cassette adapter. It's stuck in there. The radio says that there's no tape, but there is a tape. So what I did is I removed this little front panel, and so that way I can charge the Bluetooth cassette adapter without removing it, but it still plays the music. So in the next episode, we're gonna be fixing this problem, and all these wires have to come to here. So I sort of did everything in the backwards order.
You get a montage of the zip ties.
Oh yeah, just but you wish you had a clutch in your vehicle, huh? Huh? See the manuals! Just for the effect of the shitbox lifestyle, I'm gonna leave these zip ties like this. just because. I'll clip them when we install the radio.
Once it's all done.
Yeah, I want them to be tickling my thighs every time I get out of the car.
You gotta cut them all different lengths so they you can play them like a guitar.
7:48. That was literally perfect timing. Ready to go hit the gym?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go.
Legs.
We're gonna go destroy the quads. Thanks for being in the video, Grant. I want to show more of my friends, but I feel like for whatever reason, a lot of them are like,
They're
skittish.
antisocial and weird.
Yeah, well, they're all engineers, so it's like, what do you expect? But I might just force them to. Ryan likes to be on camera, so.
Later.
Alright guys, so I just finished editing today's video, and I wanted to give you guys a quick rundown about the plan for the next episode, because I think I left a little bit to be desired in this episode, but that's because there's some things I need to add to the car before I can just blast this crazy sound system in there. The electronic components on the Protege are probably just not up to par to handle this sort of thing. So I actually have a second battery for the car. I know that the ideal way to do this sort of thing is to have like a second battery and a high output alternator. I'm still looking into the alternator part, but I think for starters, just to make sure I'm not killing the car, I can have a second battery. The alternator that's in there should be able to charge 2 batteries, no big deal. And I tested it recently. The alternator that's there is still good. Of course, if you guys have been following, you know I'm building another engine for the car, so I don't really want to like go doing a bunch of maintenance stuff to add an alternator to this engine if I'm just going to pull it out in a couple months and put all new everything in there. So I'm still trying to figure out a couple things with it, but I think the plan for the next episode will be the head unit, finish all the wiring, and then wire in the second battery in the trunk. That way we have enough power for the sound system, not going to kill the car. The alternator will be slightly subpar, but it'll get it down the road for a couple months. And worst case scenario, I just won't blast the stereo if I kill it or something like that. So that's what's to come with the Protege. But the next episode you guys see, we're finally jumping back into the 07K. What the heck is this? I got like a... I have parts coming for this really soon, but we need to prep the 944 to get this engine in there. I know it's been a long time. I've been super anxious about just having this stuff and being like, yeah, I'm doing this swap, guys, and then I just don't upload for months. Trust me, if you guys feel like it's been a long time since I've been uploading, like, it's even worse for me. Like, the anxiety of not having videos coming out like they used to is really starting to get on my nerves, but I'm coming back as soon as I can. Like, this last school year has just been super difficult, but I think I'm almost through the bulk of it. So once I get through these last upper division, like tough thermodynamic type classes, then things should be better. And then of course I'll graduate and then I'll have like my career, you know, so that's something to look forward to as well. But otherwise, I hope you guys have been enjoying the uploads. Feels good to be back working on cars again, and I'll see you guys very soon. Like, I gotta clean the garage and then we're jumping right into the next video. So hope you guys look forward to that. If you like today's video, be sure to leave a like down below. It really helps out the channel when you guys do that. And I see all the comments too. I read them all. I don't always respond if it's a question I've already answered before, but typically I respond even if it's just like a thank you or what's up. So feel free to leave a comment. And what are the other things that YouTubers say? Like,
Yo, smash the like button.
or whatever. I don't know. I believe that's everything though. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out and dream big.